I talked to Kim Jong-un and an administration over there 5 years ago. And he asked me 5 years ago, we sat down for lunch. And he sat down and asked me, hey, Dennis, I would like to ask you three things. If you go back to tell the President of the United States these three things, and I would be willing to talk to him.
That was Obama at the time.
And it's a true story, and I got my people here that was there that heard the conversation. He said things like, if they can move the ships back from South Korea, I would do what I have to do to listen. If you can move certain things or do certain things,
pause it real quick. Do you hear what he's saying right here? Ladies and gentlemen, he's telling you that Kim Jong-un essentially made this offer to Obama, and Obama ignored it. So then Trump comes in and actually listens to Rodman and says, hey, maybe you got some good intel here. Let's go into that, gets the deal done. Okay, for the rest of the typical broadcast here for the 3 hours before we go into the fourth hour, I'm going to try to get through all these video clips and all this news. And then in the fourth hour, I'm going to open up the phone lines to take your calls. In the meantime, let's get back into the summit with Trump and Kim and look at how the media is covering this. So this is actually incredible. And I'm sitting here in the break trying to figure out how I'm going to cover this and what the angles are. And it's just, it's all insane. That's the only angle to this. And we say the left, we say liberals, Democrats, and that's fine, that's the proper nomenclature, but it's beyond that. These are brainwashed minions. That's the only way you can describe somebody that has zero logic, zero reasoning abilities, and is just essentially a hearsay puppet. So what am I talking about? Okay, let's go through some of these headlines. This is from the New York Times, Nicholas Kristov, maybe he's a Russian agent. Headline, Trump was outfoxed in Singapore. Trump was outfoxed in Singapore. So, like, what? What does that even mean? What negativity has come because of this? This is what I'm talking about. You know, the big thing is, oh, they're willing to de-nuke. Trump says, think about the real estate opportunities. You know, de-nuke, quit firing missiles. Think about the real estate. And here's the New York Times like, ha-ha, that's a victory for Kim. Yes, that's good. Trump bad. Ha-ha, we can print the headline, Trump bad. North Korea, ugh. And it's like, wait a second. If anyone else said, let's get North Korea to turn their missiles into hotels, they would be celebrating it. And here Trump is. Here's the story from Zero Hedge. Trump to Kim, instead of missiles, you could have the best hotels in the world. That's a direct quote from Donald Trump. Why wouldn't the left love that? They want you to turn your guns in. They want to take the guns from American citizens. They want to have buyback programs to take guns from American citizens. Oh, but they want Kim Jong-un to have nukes. So let's just get this straight. Let's follow this path of reasoning. In America, Americans bad. Americans need to turn the guns in. Repeal the Second Amendment. Turn in your guns. We'll even have a buyback program. Americans can't have guns. Okay, let's apply this same logic to North Korea. No, let's not. North Korea needs to have nukes, and Donald Trump got outfoxed by North Korea saying they might denuclearize and go into an industrial tourism age. Don't you see how North Korea won? Trump wants North Korea to turn its missiles and military operations into hotels and real estate and business opportunities? Ha! What a fool Trump is! What a fool! And that's what they're saying. Shocking to everyone, Trump pledged to halt military exercises, surprises Pentagon and Seoul. Oh, Trump bad! Again, I thought the left wanted less intervention. I thought the left wanted peace. Here's Trump saying, look, turn your missiles into hotels. We'll stop doing the war games with South Korea. We'll turn our missiles into hotels for you, too. We'll make a big thing of it. And the left says, no! Oh, no! Americans are bad. They need to turn their guns in, but North Korea needs nukes. And they're outfoxing Donald Trump. Yes. Yes. And then you have this. You know what? Let's just go to the videos. Let's now go to clip 6. Listen to how CNN reports on the North Korea summit.
Understand it will be one-on-one, just the two men and their translators. Now, President Trump seems to have slept little, if at all. That's the issue with Asian jet lag.
That's typical.
But he started
Actually,
tweeting
he
just
never
after
sleeps.
5
He
a.m.
works all the
local
time.
time this morning. His most recent tweet slamming critics of the meeting, calling them, quote, haters and losers. Bob, a senior Trump administration official is telling us they're going to, go in front of the cameras for this first very formal handshake, and then there is this one-on-one, and we really do understand it to be one-on-one.
Now he's
Trump,
coming to
Kim,
do the
translators.
Inspector
That's
General
it.
report. I mean,
No
the guy never
aides,
sleeps.
No
Just works
other
all the time.
secondary, tertiary sources on what actually happens in the room. Your take?
That's a bad idea.
So
You've
anyway,
already
so
mentioned
you can pull it down. The point is they keep saying, oh, jet lag. Jet lag is going to stop President Trump. The jet lag. Oh, he can't get a deal done. He's got the jet lag. Oh, he got the deal done. How do you explain that? And if it's jet lag that would have stopped President Trump from getting the deal done, even though he got the deal done, listen to now clip 10 and ask yourself, then what stopped Obama?
Out to you, or any of his people reach out to you, the president's people, anybody reach out to you for insight into the other side?
Well, you know what? I've talked to those guys the last 5 years.
Which guys?
And I talked to Kim Jong-un and an administration over there 5 years ago. And he asked me 5 years ago, we sat down for lunch. And he sat down and asked me, hey, Dennis, I would like to ask you 3 things. If you go back to tell the president of the United States these 3 things, and I would be willing to talk to him.
That was Obama at the
And it's a
time.
true story, and I got my people here that was there that heard the conversation. He said things like, if they can move the ships back from South Korea, I would do what I have to do to listen. If you can move certain things or do certain things,
Pause it real quick. Do you hear what he's saying right here? Ladies and gentlemen, he's telling you that Kim Jong-un essentially made this offer to Obama, and Obama ignored it. So then Trump comes in and actually listens to Rodman and says, hey, maybe you got some good intel here. Let's go into that, gets the deal done. Let's go back to Rodman here on CNN.
My ears will be open. And I tried to do that to Obama, and Obama didn't even give me the time of day. I asked him, I said, I have something to say from North Korea.
Now, why is this?
He just brushed me off.
Why
But
would
that didn't
Obama do
deter
that?
me. I still kept going back. I kept going back. I kept going back. I showed my loyalty and my trustworthy to this country. And I said to everybody, I said, the door will open.
I
And it
remember
was
you saying
amazing.
it. I remember you saying it. Let me ask you
It's
something.
amazing.
There was a
Here's
huge
what they
viral
said.
video, too.
It was amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. When I said those things, when I said those damn things, when I went back home,
Now
I got so
Rodman
many
starts
death
breaking
threats.
down.
I got so many death threats, and I was sitting there protecting everything. And I believed in North Korea. And when I went home, I couldn't even go home. I couldn't even go home. I had to hide out for 30 days.
All right.
I couldn't even go home.
You know,
But I kept my head up high, brother. I knew things were going to change.
here's
I
my
knew it.
theory
I
on
was
why Dennis
able-
Rodman is getting so emotional over this. You know, here's a guy who, look, it's kind of the same thing that burnt me out on sports and sports media. It's great, it's fun, but it doesn't deliver you. It doesn't have anything real to it. It's a child's game. And so here's Rodman, played probably 15 years in the NBA, 3-time champion, you know, Hall of Fame basketball player, finishes his career in the NBA and says, I want to actually do something. I've got money, I've got power, I've got a platform. And so he takes up this North Korea challenge, becomes friends with Kim Jong-un, has an opportunity to reach a deal, has an opportunity to open a doorway to negotiations, and he pours his heart and his soul into this, and he comes back to America. Obama sloughs him off multiple times. He gets death threats. And so now he's having his moment where all the effort, all of the thought that he put into getting a deal potential with North Korea and the United States on the table finally comes to fruition under President Trump. And it just, you can see the emotion hitting him. It's like he had been betrayed every time he came back to try to get a deal done. He kept getting betrayed and betrayed by Obama, by everyone in America. And finally, Trump comes in and says, all right, what do you have to say, Dennis? Wow, that's good intel. Let's actually look into that. And then he gets the deal done. And you can see he's here breaking down, tears streaming from his face on CNN. That's how real this is. This is the perfect personification of everything in America flipping right now, folks. That's what this is. It's all real. And someone like Dennis Rodman, who just genuinely wanted to make a positive impact on the world, gets this done, gets sloughed off, cast off by Obama, cast off by Americans, now finally has his deliverance. Now finally has his moment where he can say, I did something for the world. This can be my legacy. And you see it. That's where America is at right now, folks. And it's just incredible. And you're part of this. We're part of this. And we're trying to bring this to light. We're trying to ram this home. And it's all possible with your support at InfoWarsStore.com. We're doing a live 30